Hi and welcome back to our short videos on business studies. And today what we will look at is the factors that influences objectives. Now, the objectives that companies set will not remain the same every single year as it depends on various factors. So let's look at what are those factors that involves a business to change its objectives. Well, of course, it stems out from an owner's preference, right? Some owners may keep to one objective, perhaps into survival, and at one point decides to maybe keep up to profit satisficing, which is basically keeping or ensuring there's just enough for the business to continue rolling without earning too much or too little, right? At the same time, it also depends on the business culture and how averse they are in terms of accepting risk and doing something different, right? Because if they're not they're not aggressive enough or not or too averse in terms of too risk averse, then the types of objectives set will also be different. The size and age of the business depends on how long they have been around versus a very new business. Also depending on whether it is a public or a private sector company, because both these sectors reflect two different aims most of the time. In terms of legal structure, whether or not it is a private limited company versus a sole trader, the types of objectives set will not be the same, as well as the economic conditions of the time, right? If they are forecasted to go through a very high period of inflation, then looking at growth strategies may not be something that they want to look at, unless it depends on countries where they're going through, where it's less developed than where they are, right? Also, in terms of market conditions, this depends on how the product is, basically how the market, how people react to the needs of the product, or whether there's any interest in the product, right? And this affects how the demand of the product is. Therefore, the objective would also change depending on these this factor. Yeah. Okay, so to sum up what we'll need to remember for today's class, these are the various factors that would influence the type of objective set, from owner's preference, culture, size and age of business, private or public sector, legal structure, economic conditions, and of course, market conditions. This is the end slide, or the thank you slide. Then that means that this is the end of this short video for today. There's still more to come in business objectives, and as you're well aware, each sections, or not sections, each area in a particular chapter is broken down into short videos for you to easily access them based on the areas that you need help the most. So there will be more videos coming up in this chapter, as we have yet to complete business objectives. Until then, I hope you're able to follow. Thank you so much and have a good day.